Oh, good! We have a 2-0 lead heading into the third period. That should be more than sufficient to win this game. Yep, we're going to beat one of the league's best teams. Uh-oh! We have a penalty! Better put Andy Wozniacki out. He'll know what to do. Sure hope Joe Thornton isn't anywhere nearby. He's pretty good. Hope he doesn't come to get us. And that's pretty much the story of the Leafs season so far. I'm not even going to bother with the hat thing. Leafs lose 3-2 to the Sharks. They head into the third period with a 2-0 lead and escape without a point. You know, they say there's always darkness before the dawn, but it's about 1:45. Wake up! Holy crap, MLSNE! Good look. Oh, we're looking into solutions to fix the problem. Isn't it a little late? You missed the playoffs for 2 years. You haven't looked into this yet? What the hell is wrong with you? Listen. I cannot possibly read this whole thing in one of these videos because I try to keep it to 5 minutes. Or ish. But, yeah. I was going to comment about the Sharks jerseys to be fun, but I've decided I'm more mad than anything. To the Sharks' credit, they're 21-0 when getting 3 goals. Ridiculous stat. Getting rid of Toskala, I don't think they missed Nabokov. And in the end, did they really need that first, second, and fourth round pick from us? No, they didn't. I love Toskala, and I think a lot of Leafs Nation loves Toskala. He played great last night, but at the same time, we had to pay a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a fourth-round pick. I think there was another pick in there. I'm not sure. And we also got Mark Bell. Now, you might be thinking, but we got Mark Bell, right? Well, he does Wade Belak's job, except not as good for $2 million of cap room. I think it's 2.1, actually, or something like that. And he didn't even play the first 15 games of the season because he had a pending charge that the Leafs knew about. I'm looking at this list of players that I made, and a lot of the people I was praising you for, I'm criticizing you for now. For example, Simon Gamache. I said, great, go out to Europe and get some talent, because there's plenty there. You're telling me Gamache can't play the NHL game? That's all analysts were saying during the Spengler was, wow, Gamache, he's an NHL player. He can actually play. Well, he got fed up playing with the Marlies, and now he's in Switzerland. And you pick up Dominic Moore off waivers. John Pohl's sitting and Belak's sitting. You're telling me Gamache couldn't have played that position? Tony Salmelainen? You're telling me Salmelainen couldn't have played that position? Pathetic. Who else we got? Oh, for all that we gave up for Toskala, this is kind of going back. You think we would have had to give that much up for Brizgalov? I'm just saying. Okay, I know the Coyotes got him off waivers. I'm not saying the Leafs could have done the same. I'm just saying we could have got him for a lot less than we got Toskala and Bell. Should I even talk about the game? There are very few positives about this game, other than they look good in the first 2 periods. Well, what else is new? They normally do. They didn't the last couple games, but they normally do. Tucker, someone people have criticized a lot this season. In the last few games, despite how crappily the rest of his team has played, Tucker's looked great. He's been playing a lot more physical. He's getting riled up when things aren't going well. And that's the fire that we pay him to have. And we've always counted on him having. Is he earning his $3 million contract? Probably not. But he's doing his best. He's doing it on a bum knee. The guy's trying his best. The little shot I took at Andy Wozniacki during my little nervous breakdown with the Jaws music If the Leafs have one of the worst penalty kills in the entire league, why has it been the same all season long? And I like to think Maurice isn't stupid, so this is clearly the best we've got. This is the best we can do? Wisniewski on penalty kills. This is the best we can do. A young defenseman. Bull. He's supposed to be in the prime of his career. Look it up on YouTube. Sorry for swearing, but there's an actual columnist, I think it was on ESPN, analyzing this one block Wisniewski tried to do a few games back. And he actually says on air, "Are you shitting me, Wisniewski?" I could ask you the same question. Are you shitting me, MLSNE? Fatson Sundin not getting to the All-Star game. Whatever. He's, in his late 30s. Let him rest. This is a blessing in disguise. We all know he's good enough to be on the All-Star team. Who cares if he's not? Big deal. Unlike in baseball, the All-Star team means nothing in hockey. The one thing I am looking forward to in the All-Star game is they're actually going to judge shootout goals, which I think might end up being pretty cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the shootout, but that might end up being pretty cool. And my last thought, before I let you comment and whatnot, at what point do we stop saying, this is the game that the Leafs get blown up? MLSNE, I want you to take a good look at this. See all that stuff? See all this stuff? That's money in your pocket. You don't do something, I'm going to stop buying stuff. I'm going to stop watching your games and whatnot. Okay? I'll always be a Leafs fan. And that's kind of why I'm doing this. You know when you kicked your 36-year-old son out of the house because he needs to get a job? Yeah, this is that kind of love. Do something!